All right, let's just jump right in. We are living through a modern day gold rush. It's happening right now with artificial intelligence, and it's creating wealth on a scale that is just mind blowing. And look, this is something you're not going to want to miss out on.
So that brings up the big question, right? With this massive AI gold rush happening, who's really getting rich? Is it the person just trying to do their job better, the solo founder grinding it out? Or is it the usual suspects, the massive tech giants? That's exactly what we're going to unpack here. And just to show you how deep this whole thing goes, think about this. Almost every new AI startup has a .ai website, right? Well, it turns out that domain actually belongs to a tiny island nation called Anguilla. And they've made millions of dollars just from selling that digital real estate. It's wild. It just goes to show you value is popping up in the most unexpected places. So, to really get a handle on this new economy, we're going to break it down layer by layer. We'll start at the bottom with the everyday person and work our way all the way up to the giants who are, building the future. All right, so let's start at level 1, the very base of this pyramid. This is the level where AI isn't some cool, shiny new toy that gives you an edge anymore. Nope. Now it's just the new minimum. It's what you need to do just to stay in the game. For the vast majority of people, like 99% of us, using tools like ChatGPT isn't really about getting rich. It's about keeping your job. Seriously. If you're a marketer, you're expected to use it to whip up emails and ad copy. But here's the thing. The person in the cubicle next to you, they're doing it too, and they might be working 5 times faster because of it. The whole baseline for performance has shifted. If you're not plugging AI into your workflow, you're not just missing out, you are actively falling behind. But now this is where it gets really interesting. For people who control their own income, we're talking freelancers, consultants, this is a total game changer. I mean, take a freelance developer. A couple of years ago, they were probably juggling, 2 clients at a time, max? Now with AI coding assistants, they can handle 10 clients, and the quality is just as good, if not better. That right there is the power of leverage. For them, AI isn't about keeping up, it's about massively scaling their output, their value, and their bank account. Okay, so let's climb up to the next level. This is where we start to see people building entire businesses pretty much by themselves, but with a whole team of AI employees doing the heavy lifting. Just look at this example of a fitness coach. Before AI, their business was basically limited by the number of hours in a day. But now, AI is handling almost everything. It's generating marketing content, writing newsletters, even clipping up social media videos. It's tracking client progress and flagging when someone's falling behind. It's even got an AI agent that can answer client questions 24/7. It's like having a full staff, but without the massive payroll. And this really is the new playbook for entrepreneurs. It used to be that you needed a ton of cash to hire a big team to get a real advantage. Well, AI has completely leveled that playing field. It's not about the size of your team anymore. It's about how smart you are at stacking together the right AI tools to get insane amounts of leverage. All right, time to move up another level. So we've seen how people use AI tools. Now let's talk about the people who build those tools. You know the old saying, right? In a gold rush, don't dig for gold, sell shovels. Well, that's exactly what this level is all about, creating the digital shovels that power everyone else. And the craziest part? You don't even have to be a hardcore programmer anymore. There's this new thing emerging called vibe coding, and it's pretty much what it sounds like. You can literally just describe the vibe of an app you want. What it does, who it's for, how it should feel. And AI tools can actually generate the code and build a working version for you. The barrier to creating your own digital shovel has practically vanished. And because of this, we're seeing an explosion of these really simple, single-purpose tools that solve one specific problem really well. Like, think about a tool that just auto-clips long YouTube videos into a bunch of perfect little shorts, or a workout tracker that's built around a very specific fitness philosophy. These aren't super complex businesses, but they solve a real pain point, they basically run themselves, and they can be super profitable. And then, just a small step above that, you've got companies building what are called AI-native products. This is where AI isn't just a cool feature they bolted on. No, AI is the product. Think of companies like Rewind, which basically gives your computer a searchable memory, or Runway, which is completely reinventing video editing from the ground up. These guys are building the foundational tools that will probably define how we all work in a few years. So, we've talked about the apps, the solopreneurs, the tool builders. You might think we've hit the top of the pyramid, but there is one final layer. And this is where the truly mind-boggling, unimaginable wealth is being created. We're talking about the handful of companies building the absolute bedrock of this entire AI revolution. Because you have to remember, behind all the cool software, behind every app, behind every large language model, someone, somewhere, has to build the physical hardware. Someone has to design the chips and run the factories that provide the raw computing power. Without that physical stuff, AI, well, it just doesn't exist. And it turns out there are really only 3 companies that have an iron grip on this entire space. First, you've got ASML. They're a Dutch company that makes these one-of-a-kind machines that literally etch the designs onto computer chips. Then there's TSMC, the Taiwanese giant that takes those designs and actually mass produces the world's most advanced chips. And finally, you have NVIDIA, the company that designs the powerful GPUs that are the engine for all AI training. Each one of them controls a critical link in the chain that nobody else can replicate. And just to give you some perspective here, a single one of ASML's machines costs over $200 million. And they are the only company on the planet that can make them. They have a complete and total monopoly on the one piece of gear you need to create the most advanced chips. It's simple. No ASML, no advanced AI chips. End of story. Then you've got TSMC, who is ASML's biggest customer. Think of them as running the world's most advanced, most important mine for silicon. And it's probably the most profitable mine in history, on track to clear over $35 billion in profit this year alone. And get this, there is no backup. If TSMC's factory shut down, the entire global tech industry grinds to a halt. And that brings us to NVIDIA. Their value just recently soared past $3 trillion. $3 trillion. Why? Because pretty much every major AI model you've ever heard of, from OpenAI's GPT-4 to Google's Gemini, was trained using tens of thousands of their chips. They have a near monopoly on the raw power that actually brings AI to life. So here's the key takeaway for this level. These companies, they aren't just selling shovels in the gold rush. It's bigger than that. They are building the very ground that everyone else is digging on. They profit from every single person in the game. It doesn't matter who wins or who loses. They own the foundation, and they get a piece of everything built on top of it. Which really leaves us with one final question to think about. As this new AI economy completely reshapes our world, you have to ask yourself, where are you on this map? Are you digging for gold? Are you selling the shovels? Or are you maybe even thinking about how to build a piece of the ground itself? The AI gold rush is here, and trust me, there are opportunities at every single level.